Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano. We got a late one for you. I've been ripping and running these streets, getting ready for this draft party tomorrow. I hope you're ready. We're gonna give you some more information about that. But we got a Washington Mystic roster shakeup breakdown to give you. So I hope you're ready. We're talking about Jade Melbourne. We're talking about Alex Wilson and Michaela Onyenwere. I hope you're ready because we got a lot to go through today. But it's late, so we gonna wrap this up quickly. All right. This is your host, Delano, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content on the FanWire Podcast. Let's get to it. Let's roll. Let's go. All right. Now, if you've been tapping in with the FanWire Podcast, you know we've been giving you all kind of roster information. We've been giving you all kind of draft information, all kind of WNBA information. We're giving you the analysis, the strategy, and the news. I hope you're ready. Now, today, Jade Melbourne left Washington. She was a free agent. We signed Alex Wilson. We also signed Michaela Onyenwere. So let's give you the real deal on this. So Jade Melbourne leaves for Seattle. That's the second player today from the Mystics that leaves for Seattle. Jade Melbourne actually goes back to Seattle. The first player was Big Mama Stephanie Dawson. Now, Alex Alley is an interesting competitor that's coming in to battle in camp to see if she can make one of the final roster spots, right? So Alex Wilson is actually a teammate of Jade Melbourne. They're both participants or players that play on the Australian national team. So they're familiar with each other, so it could be an even swap. We'll see. All right. Now, Michaela Onyenwere, this is a good value pickup. You know, it's not the splashy pickup that a lot of Mystic fans, the Stick Nation, wanted to see. But Michaela is a good pickup. She gets a multi-year deal, 2 years, for a total of $1.4 million. That's a good mid-level roster spot, right? Now, these type of pickups is exactly what the Mystics is looking for, especially going into tomorrow's draft, right? The tomorrow's draft in the first round, we have 3 first-round picks. We're talking about the number 4, the number 9, and the number 11 pick. So we're picking up talent. And Michaela Onyenwere, she's a special pickup in another way. But we're going to get to that in a moment. All right. Now, let's talk about Jade, right? She got a 1-year deal with Seattle. And, you know, her time with the Washington Mystics, she was a very durable player. She was one of our toughest competitors. Get her teeth knocked out, get injured, get concussions, and she's fighting ready to play right back in the game. Right? Now, we're going to miss that toughness. But even with that toughness, there was some, I guess you can say, reckless. There was some out of control moments. Right? She was able to defend as best as she could with her size, and she always left everything on the floor. But when it comes to her ability to finish, especially going to the rim, and in transition, especially in transition, she left a lot of points off of the board by missing layups. So, you know, we're looking for upgrades, especially in this draft. So I expect for us to have a major focus on getting some guards in this draft. But I got a good expectation that we're gonna get some more wings too. But we're gonna talk about that. We got time. Even though it's late. All right, now Jade Melbourne, she showed progress, with her playmaking ability, able to move without the ball, able to her jump shot started to improve a little bit, but it just wasn't ready to go, right? It just didn't take her to that next level. She's a young guard that has international experience, right? But she doesn't fit the timetable of our Washington Mystics either, right? On top of the inconsistency when it comes to her offensive game. Now, with Jade leaving, that means we got holes to fill in our rotation. And I believe we're going to definitely fill those holes in the draft. And if it doesn't get filled directly in the draft, look for us to add some more camp bodies, some more younger players, because we're not going to get any older players unless they're going to come in and be a veteran to lead us to the promise, to help lead us to the promised land, right? Now, when it comes to our backcourt, we lost Jade Melbourne, we lost Sugg Sutton, we lost J.C. Sheldon to a trade yesterday. We lost a lot of depth, but expect us to get that tomorrow and in future signings, because it's still some capable players out there. They might not necessarily be the true player for the long haul, but we definitely will get some players and some talent in the building. All right, now let's talk about Alex Wilson. Alex Wilson is a player that comes from Australia, plays on the national team, and she's known for her ability to create her own shot, to score, and she has the ability to play the combo guard type of role. She comes in on a training camp contract. It's not guaranteed, and she's competing for one of those final roster spots, So depending on how well she does, she might be able to carve herself out a role, or she might just be a depth piece for our roster. But she comes in with international experience. She's previously played, she previously competed in Chicago. We're picking up all the Chicago stuff. We're picking up draft picks. We're picking up players. We're picking up a lot of stuff from Chicago. Are we the Chicago Mystics now? Is it the Washington Sky? It's up for debate. We'll see. All right. Now, again, she's an Australian player. She has scoring ability, playmaking instincts. She's versatile when it comes to being on the ball and off the ball. And she has experience playing in a structured offense. And also, with her having a long career in international basketball, she is definitely accustomed to picking up new systems. So we're not even worried about that. We're not worried about that. We're just worried about how she fits and what she can do, right? Now, let's talk about some of the questions when it comes to her game, right? It's a matter of how well she's going to be able to defend at the WNBA level, because we have some elite guards, and we'll have to see if she can fit into that fold, right? Or is she just going to be able to just come in and do spot work on this team? We'll see. She's going to have a super duper strong preseason to secure herself a roster spot. But, we'll see how it goes. We just see how it goes. She's low risk. She adds depth. And, we'll just have to see what she does. She's an international player, so she fits that type of player that constantly comes into the WNBA, right? And she should definitely be able to provide good competition against any players that come into the fold or any draft picks that come in that's competing. So we'll see if she can push push herself into a role, or if she go push herself out the door. We'll see. Now let's talk about the most intriguing one of the bunch. We're talking about Michaela Onyenwere. Now she signed a multi-year deal, and from the reports, it's a 2-year deal for $1.4 million over the 2 years period. Now, that's a good value pickup. And Michelle is a forward. She's a wing. She can also be a small ball power forward. So she has versatility when it comes to her ability. Now, she's a former number 6 pick in the 2021 draft, former 2021 Rookie of the Year. So she's done some things. It's just a matter of getting with the right opportunity so that she can really display what she can do. And right now, with the Washington Mystics, she got a lot of opportunity. A lot of opportunity. All right. Now, also, she's played with the New York Liberty, the Phoenix Mercury, and most recently the Chicago Sky, right? So she got a lot of WNBA experience, over 180 games. Now, she's improving. Let's talk about what she can do, right? Her career average is around 7 points a game, little under 2.5 rebounds a game, right? And she's nearly had 100 career starts over her career. She's steadily improving her three-point shot, and she also have experience being a playoff rotation player. You know, that's some good things to add. Now, in 2025 with Chicago, she averaged almost 6 points a game while shooting 35% from three and played in 42 games. That can translate, right? If she's only playing a certain amount of minutes, we can expect that scoring can increase. We just want to make sure that her percentage stays around that or gets better. And we definitely expect her to play in a whole lot of games. She's probably going to start at the small forward, right? So let's see how it goes. Now, her strengths of her games. She's a versatile defender. She gives the lineup flexibility because she can play both forward positions. She's able to provide floor spacing. She has experience, so she's considered a veteran now. Strong basketball IQ. And when I say strong basketball IQ, I'm talking strong basketball IQ. Now, let's talk about her IQ for a second. Then we're going to talk about the areas that might need to be improved a little bit, some of those challenges. The strong IQ. This last season, right? She was, this last off season, let me say it the correct way. She was an assistant coach for UCLA. UCLA just won the NCAA championship. UCLA has a bunch of players that's coming out in this draft. It's several players, probably at least 5 players that's going to be drafted in the first round. And we have 3 first-round picks. What other person can give you this much intel and insight on the rookies that are coming in? Michaela is in a great company here. Now, also, you got to remember this. Coach Cindy Johnson was out scouting, watching these teams. So I expect that we're going to at least draft we're going to at least try our hand in drafting at least 2 players from UCLA. We might even break a record. We might even get 3. We'll see. But we definitely will be drafting some UCLA players tomorrow. Get ready. It's a matter of who and at what draft slot they get picked up. I'm trying to tell you. All right, now, let's see here. SK Long says I'm a ride or die Lady Gamecocks fan. No. Hey, I get it. You never know. We might pick up Raven Johnson because we are nowhere near set at point guard. We might get Raven Johnson, but we also might get Kiki Rice. Who knows? We shall see what tomorrow gives us because, hey, when it comes to tomorrow, anything is possible. Anything can happen. Nothing is solidified with any of these draft picks. Maybe except for number 1 with AZ Fuck. I think they set that up. But yeah, SK Long, Raven, yeah, that might be the move. That might be a move. But we'll see. We'll see with Coach Sidney Johnson / the mayor of operations of basketball. Hey, everything falls into him right now. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he thinks. He's been out there scouting. Let's see what happens. All right, now let's talk about some areas. Oh, hold up. Before we do that, I want to talk more about Michaela's offense ability. She can finish at the rim without a problem. She can finish with both hands, left or the right. It don't matter. Left or the right. It don't matter. Now, when it comes to her ability to stretch the floor in her floor space, she can hit the 3. She can shoot the mid-range. She can get past bigger forwards and smaller forwards and guards. She will abuse them in the post. I like the pick. I'm liking this pickup. I'm liking this pickup. Now, areas to watch, right? We got to see how she develops in the role that she's given. Let's see how consistent she can be. Let's see if she can maximize her opportunities on the offensive end. Let's make sure that she can be a stabilizing force for our team. And also, will she be, even being a stabilizing force, will she be a featured scorer? I think she will be. Because with her ability to space the floor, with Sony's ability to space the floor, they can work well together. Now, SK Long asked about her free throw percentage. Let's pull it up. Let's talk through it. All right, let's talk through it. That also, let's see if that is an area that needs to be improved. Okay, free throw shooting is not the actually, her free throw shooting is good as of last season. She was shooting 84% from the free throw line. So that's good. I like that. Now, her 3-point percentage, again, 35%. That's good for a right? Also, she shot 42% from the field. I like it. She didn't get a lot of opportunity, but she made good on those opportunities. So she's definitely going to get her opportunity with the Washington Mystics. If we're paying her that money, expect her to play. Now, sure, if she's going to get all the minutes, it depends on who we pick up in this draft and who does what in camp. But she definitely will be a player to watch. All right, now, Gary Burns. Appreciate you for stepping in. Hold on, let me get you on the screen here. Why is it not pulling up? What's going on here? Try it again. All right, well, I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, there we go. All right, Gary Burns. Will the Mystics make it to the semifinals? This season, I don't believe we're going to do it. I believe that based on the move that Chicago Sky are doing, they are forcing the Washington Mystics to tank this season. We thought it was going to be the opposite way around, but it's looking like Jeff P played a chess move on us. However, we're going to end up winning in the end. This might not be this season, but with the talent that we're going to get, the talent that we're going to develop, in the long run, we're setting ourselves up for a dynasty. I'm trying to tell you right here first. You don't believe anybody else, believe what I'm telling you. Your trusted voice for Washington Mystics content. Chicago, yeah, they're going to have a good year. Chicago should make the playoffs with the people that they signed. They made me eat my words. But at the same token is, I'm not mad at them. Enjoy your couple seasons because at the end of the day, the players that they got are a little long in the tooth. They're a little older. You got some players that are on one-year deals. So that team might not look like the team that you see right here, right now, going forward. But our team, full of youth, full of players on contracts over X amount of years to go, it should look good. It should look good. Now, the Demonette says, Juju sweepstakes. You're right. This is definitely the Juju sweepstakes, but it's also the Hannah Hidalgo sweepstakes too, to me. Because I don't believe that the Washington Mystics are going to get our hands on Juju Watkins. I believe she's going to Houston. That's what I believe. But that's still to be seen. All right. So real quick for everybody that's watching. I need you to stop what you're doing and to like the video. Like the video. Also, take a moment and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Turn on the notifications so that you can be made aware of when we're dropping something because we always dropping something. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. But join the family and let's go. All right, so now, how does Michelle, how does she fit with the Washington Mystics? She helps balance the roster, right? She can blend her experience and her knowledge with the young core. She can be that bridge point that's not too old, right? But has enough experience both at the professional level and seeing how to what these college players can do, right? And how they can fit going forward. I think that she is going to be a great bridge type of player, right? So, and then too, if we draft these UCLA players, they already know their coach. They already respect their coach. She's going to be one of those coaches on the floor. I think this is going to be a good pickup for the team. All right. Now, again, she adds a reliable player to play in the front court alongside of Kiki Erifin, right? And also, when Kiki Erifin needs a breather, she can also fill that gap as well. So she provides an immediate potential to be a contributor for our offense and our defense, right? She can be one of those coaches on the floor. Great. When you really dig deep into this pickup, this was a very solid pickup for a good deal. A good deal. Now, as of right now, our starting lineup is shaky at best. Let's not even say shaky. It needs a lot of work because we need some bigs. We need to figure out what we're doing with Shakira tomorrow. We got a lot going on. Now, our identity we don't know what it's going to be. We know if Shakira comes back, it's going to be rough and tough and let it go. But without Shakira, we have to figure some things out. Now, what's the big takeaways here? Right? It's clear that the Washington Mystics have torn the house down to the base level that you can get to. We're talking about only thing is left is the foundation. The foundational pieces right now are Kiki Irvin and Sony Citron. We got a few pieces, we got a few studs around, to hold the house up around, right? But we don't know how this is going to shape up, right? We got to be optimistic. We got to look forward to what's coming, but just know that based on all of the young players that are coming, all of the players that are most likely going to be added to compete in camp, it's going to make this very competitive. We're going to blend the youth with the experience, and we're going to see how it goes. The Demonette says the Mystics need 2 point guards. Amore is still coming back from a major injury. I agree with you 100%. Not sure if both are going to come through the draft, but we definitely need help at point guard. We need help at backup shooting guard. We need help at center. We need help everywhere because we only got part of a team. We can't even say we have half of a team. We got part of a team. So we got a lot of work to make up. Now, this is a good example, good test case, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. We still don't know what the final picture is going to look like, but we're seeing that some pieces are coming together and we can start to see the direction that we could be going in, right? So if we do go all UCLA, I'm talking about it's going to be a toss-up between Lauren Betts. It'll be a toss-up between Kiki Rice at 4, depending on who's available. If we go on UCLA, right? Then at 9, at 9, we can go for Gianna Nipkins. We can go for Jaquez. And then at 11, it could be either or. But I think that we definitely need to figure out how to get Dolacek. If we got to take Dolacek at 11, I'm not mad. I am not mad because she is a Swiss Army knife that can do her thing. She can fill that Emily Inkster role that we have to fill as well because Emily Inkster went to Portland in the expansion draft. Yeah. We got a lot of holes to fill. But we got a lot of opportunity. And it helps us build for the future. When these teams that, went ham in free agency and build their teams and make it look great for the day, ask yourself, how are they going to look in 3 years? Yeah. Are these players even going to be on their team? How well are these players going to produce? When you got young players that are coming in that are hungry, we can take their cookies later. Believe it. All right. Now, tomorrow is a pivotal day. We're gonna keep our eye out for the press conference tomorrow. We also going to keep our eye out for who gets drafted because we got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. We also got to figure out what's going to happen with Shakira. We're going to figure out if we're going to match the deal from Toronto and see if she can help mold our young folk. But we already know that Shakira wants to win. Shakira wants to play with stronger, better players, right? So with our timetable on when we want our players to develop and to be ready to go, Shakira might not fit into that time window, right? Because she's a little bit older, and our young players still have some more developing to do. She's hitting her stride right now. So maybe going to Toronto could be a better for her career. But me selfishly as a Mystic fan, and since Shakira is a product of the DMV, I would want her to stay. But it's out of my control and it's out of your control. We'll see what Sidney Johnson and the leadership of the Washington Mystics pull up and do. But let me also say this. Tomorrow, got a draft party. We got a watch party. We want you to pull up. It's going to be at Tom's Watch Bar, 12250 Half Street, Southeast Washington, D.C. Pull up. We're going to have a good time. We're telling people to get there 6:30 or so you can get ready for the draft. And, get your seat, get your food. You be ready to go. Because we got 3 first-round draft picks, so I hope you're ready. Even if you're not a Washington Mystic fan, it's okay. Pull up, too. Because we would love to talk with you. We would love to talk some trash. We'd love to see who your team gets and see if you get mad because if we got the player that you want. Let's see what happens. Pull up. Now, again, the front office have been very calculated right now, right? We really can't make any further moves until we get the Shakira Austin situation handled. I'm pretty sure they've already made a decision. I'm sure they're not going in tomorrow trying to figure that out because tomorrow needs to be focused on what players we're going to pick up in the draft. So I'm sure today they figured out what direction we're going to go. They just got to announce it, let us know, right? And I'm sure they've been working tirelessly about which players we're going to pick up. So let's see what happens. Because, the biggest things that we got to do, we got to fix the roster. We got to get some players. We got to get some bodies. Fine. We got to draft some good quality players, see who else is available in free agency and start building for the long-term future. This season's not going to be easy because, we was a little gassed up. We was a little ready. We thought we was going to be able to win some games and see if, we was ready for Chicago to be Chicago. And we were ready to get the spoils of their bad season. And when I say that, a higher draft pick because next season we have the right to swap picks with Chicago for the first round. So if they did what we thought they were going to do and not win, that would have been an easy layup. We could have tried to win. We could have probably tried to add some folks, but we were forced into a rebuild because Jeff P., the general manager in Chicago, was like, hey, y'all gonna stop talking about me. I'm gonna get out here and do some work. So he added some pieces. We're not sure how those pieces are gonna mesh together. It could be the all crash out team for all we know. But the thing is this. We have to position ourselves to be ready to get the pick that we need to get next season. We talk about a top pick so we can add a superstar piece to the foundation that we've set already with Kiki Irvin and Sonny Citron. And we'll also see this year if Georgia Amore is going to be a part of this rebuild going forward. Because, she's coming back from an ACL injury. We'll see how her knee holds up. And we're going to go from there. So do this. Make sure you stay locked in because the FanWire Podcast is definitely giving you all kind of Washington Mystic coverage. We're giving it to you all season long. We're coming down to the stretch end of this off season. And hope you're ready. So on tomorrow, we definitely going to drop some kind of video. Probably going to be out and about. It might be, we'll see how it go. But we definitely going to be getting back with you on Tuesday, right? And on Tuesday, we are going to have a special breakdown of the draft and free agency thus far with Jared, one of the Washington Mystic beat writers that definitely has some good insider information. We're going to chop it up with him. We're going to give y'all some more information because y'all know how we do over here at the FanWire Podcast. We give you all that Washington Mystic because the Stick Nation is important. So I'm going to make sure you get taken care of. All right. This is your host, Delano, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. Don't forget to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't never miss anything about these Washington Mystics. And let me know in the comments real quick. Let me know who should we draft with number 4, the number 9, and the number 11. Do you trust our future with UCLA players, like a whole UCLA draft, or do you think we need to do something different? Also, let us know what you think about the current roster as we go forward. All right, this is your host, Delano. I'm out of here.